Good evening and welcome to the Odisha Women's League for the 2025 season. The league is bigger and better than ever as we have 11 teams competing for the first time in the history in the 11th edition. It is going to be a very special occasion, and on match day 1 in the game number 2 at Kalinga Stadium, we have TATA Steel Foundation taking on Odisha Police. It promises to be an exciting encounter, and we are just moments away from kickoff. We will get straight to the action once the teams are out. Teams lining up with the captains leading them onto the field. Season opener, important game for both the sides. Give a better account of themselves and make a positive start in the tournament. Who can step up today? We will find out very shortly. The historic Kalinga Stadium, home to Odisha FC, and so many matches of the Indian national football team have taken place here. This is the venue for Odisha Women's League in the first leg. These players will remember this outing for a very, very long time. Which side has what it takes to step up and take all 3 points home? The first time of asking. Tata Steel Foundation clad in all yellow. The skipper, Barsha Mahakud, the number 10, will be the leading light for her side. The players getting to know each other. Tata Steel Foundation taking on Odisha Police in the game number 2 of Odisha Women's League on the match day 1. The tournament kicked off earlier today. It was an entertaining start, and we hope that the entertainment will continue further as the captains Parvati and Barsha meet each other on the field. Referee Sita Mandi explaining the rules to the skippers. They will hope for an easy, smooth sailing throughout the 90 minutes. Sita Mandi, the one with the whistle in the middle. Babli Garnaik and Pinky Hansa will assist her from the sidelines. Shubhashmita Rani Raut will take care as the fourth official. This is a key tournament in the pedigree of Indian football. Sujit Kumar Patro will be the match commissioner today. The league holds a special place because there is promotion on offer to the title winners to the Indian Women's League 2. And Ms. Sudeepta Dash will be the referee assessor for the evening. And myself, Pranav Venkatesh, bringing all the live action live to your doorstep. A lot on stake in this tournament. The winners just get a chance to make it big and play in the Indian Women's League, second division of it. Anyways, we have delegation joining us, chance to impress. Getting to know all the players, it will be a better chance for them because remember, this is a direct gateway to the Odisha football team and better clubs in the national level. So all these players will be extra careful to put out a better performance tonight and catch the attention of the main men, of the scouts, of the team selectors. Photograph that is going to be treasured and valued for many more years to come. They've got all to play for now. The inspiration is right there, the source is right there. They need to be imaginative on the field and get those passes away, fire those goals into the back of the net, and take these 3 points. Which team will make the better start? Here is how the Tata Steel Foundation lineup: Sweta Padmasahu in goal, Jyoti Dalai, Sunita Soren, Sangamitra Malik, and Pregnanjali Nayak in defense. Double pivot of Sasmita Malik and Samukha Digal in the middle of the park. And there is the star turn, Barsha Mahakud, the skipper. She's flanked by Neetu Patra and Rasmita Lagori out wide, and Sanju Munda will be the lone striker for them. And the starting 11 of Odisha Police: skipper Parbati in defense alongside Shraddhanjali, Mamata, and Kamini. Satyavati Kadia, Sumitra Hemram, and Banya will be in the middle of the park. Subhadra Sahu, Nikita Bishi, and Suspita will take on the forward scoring duties. Pandita Das in goal for them, the number 31. It is a simple 4-2-3-1 from Tata Steel and a 4-3-3 from Odisha Police. Pretty much these formations work in the same way. So can they neutralize each other tactically? It is going to be an interesting watch this. Both the sides done with their team huddles. It is time for action now. Waiting for the all clear from the referee, and here it is. Tata Steel Foundation get us underway. Attacking from right to left of your screen in all yellow are Tata Steel. And now, after winning the ball back, attacking from left to right of your screen in all grey are the Odisha Police. All given away early on. A chance to put some pressure. Does look like she was offside, and she is. The assistant referee raising her flag for the first time this evening. Well, inside the opening 30 seconds, we've already seen an interception, a fine through ball, and a run that was a tad bit earlier. Plenty of action to decode already. Looks like we are in store for much more today. Another giveaway. The skipper Parvati playing on the left side of the defense as a fullback. Of course, she will be marauding forward, trying to deliver some key crosses into the middle. Good pressure there from Tata Steel. Played down the wing. She does manage to stay on side this time. A chance to get the cross into the middle. The centre backs miss it, but it is kept alive. Chance to shoot from the edge of the area. The header from the rebound cleared for a short while, and Tata Steel can get their lines away. Well, that was some start from Odisha Police, putting the pressure from the minute one. They're using the wide area as well. Nikita Bishi staying out wide, trying to create some openings. Tata Steel win the ball back, but they cannot cross the halfway line successfully. Here is Nikita on the ball once more. The fullback does well to screen it out. Jyoti Dalai there. She just had a better starting position. Saw what Nikita was about to do and just put herself between the ball and the player. Sweta's goal kick going straight to Nikita. She's already the danger woman for Odisha. Pulling the strings. That is a lovely through ball. The defender misses it. A chance to shoot perhaps. But after a deflection, Subhadra Sahu does not get it in her favor. It is going to be a goal kick. It felt like the defender had a final leg sticking onto it. I think Subhadra should be more alert there, anticipating the miss from the defender. She should be able to pounce on those mistakes. A good run from the defender, but Sumitra reads it well. All the way back to Spandita Das. A chance for Odisha Police to rebuild. Now that was a bit silly. The ball going straight out of play, failing to control there. A simple pass that was. Well, understandably, the first outing of the season for both these sides. They're getting used to the tempo. Odisha Police looks like they've had much better practice behind the scenes before the tournament. They've started the game well, but there are the sloppy movements, and it will come to Tata Steel. That was a poor cross, and they failed to clear it. A little bit of pinball going in and around the Odisha Police box, but finally, Nikita Bisi has a chance to run the other way. Well, she is the out ball every time. They are on the ball. They're looking towards her on that right hand flank. She has pace to beat her markers. The skipper Barsha losing out possession, trying to take on some women. Once again, going long for Subhadra. The game plan from Odisha Police is fairly clear. Go long towards the wider areas where Nikita has made her wing, and also try to find Subhadra Sahu. Of both the sides, they have made the better start in the opening 5 minutes. A better preseason, perhaps. And now another cross, teasing delivery towards the middle. The defender had to win that. And Sangamitra doing ever so well to get a towering header away. We haven't seen Tata Steel string a couple of passes together. They're under the pressure. The players just need to calm themselves down, get a feel of the ball. A couple of passes between the defenders, it will certainly do them a world of good. And once again, Odisha Police simply recovering it. This is what they need to do, just get the ball around the defense. A fine give and go, but too much for Nikita to get there. The defender taking no chances, clearing it straight out of play. Sasmita Malik it was. They're trying to exploit the narrow back line of Tata Steel. That is a fine skill from Satyabati, but she can't follow it up with a nice delivery. The clearance was awkward. The goalkeeper came forward. A couple of appeals should have probably went up to the referee. That looked like a clearance at first, but she completely used the studs to get the ball away. Could have meant that pass, and it didn't come off probably. That was lazy there from the skipper, not anticipating that ball, allowing Odisha to chip away with possession once again. Play towards the right flank. Here is Nikita. Beats the fullback on the outside, sends the cross in, but Subhadra's header is a weak one. Nonetheless, a shot on target. Odisha Police setting the early standards up high. It is that link up between the right wing and Nikita. I'm the striker. Subhadra Sahu that has come to the party. Another heavy touch that turned into a 50-50. Subhadra keeps the possession well for her side. They're getting the passes away. This is much better from Odisha. Yes, the press is there from Tata Steel Foundation, but once the forward line is beaten, then midfield isn't just doing enough to win the ball back. Look how easily they're finding that spaces between the lines and getting the passes to their players. Subhadra dropping deep. Now the defender's header. It has to be a clear shot on target, but she just fails to find that right side near post. A great chance for Banya to open the scoring there. And a sigh of relief from the centre back. She miscued that header, glanced off her head and straight into the opposition's path. Tata Steel Foundation get away with an early scare. Warning bells ringing. Such a good start from Odisha Police. They've come out with the intent, and they've come out like they've played 3 to 4 games in this tournament already. Here is Sumitra trying to thread it through for Nikita. There she is. Can she go for the square pass? The goalkeeper comes out, makes good contact. The follow-up cross will be kept alive. At the moment, it's all too easy for the women in grey to find those spaces behind the defense of the yellow wall. A random shot from outside will give a chance for Tata Steel Foundation to counter, but they cannot cross their own half at the moment. Once again, there is Nikita all alone. The fullback has to be tighter. Sends the cross in. Hits the woman on the edge of the box. Trying to get it away. The skipper loses possession. Nikita's curler, but there was no one in the middle to attack that. Well, that was hyper reactive. Subhadra just laid the ball to her, and Nikita Bisi tries to go for the cross first time without looking for anyone in the box. I guess this was the first loose attack inside the opening 10 minutes. They have completely dominated the starting phase. You'd almost feel that the goal is inevitable given their strong start. Rasmita got a taste of the ball, but the forward couldn't make it stick as Odisha Police snatched the possession once away. A lovely left-footed pass towards the right wing. Well, I think defense of Tata Steel is in tatters. It is the fullback taking on Nikita. It is the centre-back ones. They are yet to identify whom to mark properly. The shot from Subhadra that took a deflection, looped and straight into the grasp of Sweta. I think the goalkeeper was thanking her stars for the deflection. The ball flew and came to her, and it was an easy grab there. This is better. A couple of passes down the line to release the winger. The striker couldn't make it stick, though. I think the shape of Tata Steel Foundation is in disarray. They came out with a game plan, but they aren't able to execute it perfectly. The players are all ball chasing. The coordination has to be there in the press. Look how easily they're getting the passes away. This is very good quality from Odisha Police. Skipper Parvati. Beg your pardon, that was Sunita Soren asking a goalkeeper to come out. And Shweta with the ball, making her way to the right of a goal from the left. Once again, possession gift trapped straight to the opposition. Another lovely switch there. The centre backs brave to utilize the ball. The coach's tactics being clearly implemented here. Try to go long with your centre backs. It is always good to see the technical security of the players to switch plays and find new passing lanes. Pressure from the striker. But there she is finding Nikita with another excellent pass. A great chance for Nikita to get the cross away. She cuts it along the grass. The runners arrive. There goes the shot. A very good block. And a square pass inside the box. Looking risky for Tata Steel. That was very poor. Giving it away straight to Nikita. That is some relentless pressure from Nikita Bisi. Now another attempt to break the lines. Satyapati's influence growing in the middle. Claiming a touch was off the defender. And once again, she doesn't get the call in her favor. Expressing her disappointment. She was sure that there was a touch of the opposition. The referee not buying it. Just a moment ago, just a minute ago, that was a very good cutback from Nikita on the ground towards the striker. Subhadra made the early run, but it was up to her runners to get on the end of that cross. There were no one, sadly, for Odisha Police. Taken shortly before going long. The passes aren't coming off at all for Tata Steel. They're chasing the shadows, literally, of their opposition. Now that is another killer ball. It is going to be a foot race between the fullback, and she is just lucky to win a goal kick. Her clearance hits the player and goes out. The question we'd like to ask now is how long can they keep doing this for? Just hit the ball long and pray to defend with vigor. At some stage, they have to abandon this and go for attacking. They cannot sit back all day praying that the opposition shots doesn't come off. That was given away. Subhadra on the right flank now. Goes for the cross first time. That is a dangerous delivery. It will stray out for a goal kick. Shushmita was lurking inside the 6-yard box. Well, it is not only Odisha's strong start playing into their hands, but it is also Tata Steel Foundation spoon feeding them with some passes right into the forwards. And once again, from their goal kick, they're down to defending once again. Here is Satyabati. Will pick her centre back, Mamata. Who has hit so many long balls today, breaking the lines. Influential players in all the thirds. This time, that was a bit lazy. And now the defense is really stretched there for Odisha Police, but they recover well. Subhadra playing as a winger. The heavy touch runs away from her. Jyoti shielding it. She needs to go for the tackle at some point. Now that was another race. But Shraddhanjali doing well to win the ball back for her side. Subhadra on the right, cutting in. Will she go for goal? The skipper tracking back. Just does enough to put some pressure on Subhadra. A chance to run in some green grass. The deflection does not go away. Odisha Police still retain possession. Shraddhanjali and Mamta enjoying a lot of time on the ball. And once again, they break the lines with ease. There goes the expansive switch towards the left-hand side. It is going to be a first-time cross. Laid off towards the edge of the box. The shot goes and into the bottom corner to open the scoring for Odisha Police. It has been coming. That was a superb finish. Right into the bottom corner. She caught it so well. Bania there. The first time cross. The striker laid it on a plate for her. And she was ready to fire it towards the bottom corner with a first time finish. Sweeping Odisha into the lead. That was always coming from the kickoff whistle. How sweet it would feel to see something tangible on the scoreline after such a dominant start. Is this the first of many of the night for Tata Steel Foundation? It is going to be a long night for them if they fail to defend properly. Once again, just a second after their kickoff, look at that. Passing straight into the opposition, not helping their cause. Well cut out by the fullback. Well, trying to find the winger, but the width just isn't there. Maybe she could have held on to the ball for a bit longer and asked some different questions of the opposition. The centre back has to get the jump right, and Pragnanjali just does it. Satyapati rolling it towards the skipper. Heavy touch, well compounded. A lovely give and go there. Satyapati releasing the winger. Subhadra, she started the game in the center, but she's there on the left, she's there on the right, she's everywhere. A Appealing for a handball there, but the referee will only award a throw in to the team with the advantage. It wouldn't have mattered the goal kick or the free kick. They're happy with either. Trying to skill her way towards the box, but safely finding the skipper. This one cuts the grass and finds the opposition, but there are no one to attack those balls for Tata Steel. The striker Neetu Patra and Rasmita are playing way too deep for them. Now under some pressure, but they are comfortable under pressure, aren't they? Again called into action once again, Shweta. Well, this is a fine pass under pressure. Probably her defenders could use that calmness there. Nikita trying to cut it onto the left and fire a shot away. A couple of good challenges. They're just getting the forwards of Odisha Police thinking, well, the resistance has started. They've started winning tackles. They've started finding the passes to the midfield. It is the job of the midfielders now to get into the game, to stop the ball from reaching the defense, to reaching that attacking third of Odisha every time. They need to put some challenges in the middle of the park. This is where it's getting all too easy for Odisha. The number 18 Satyapati pulling all the strings alongside Sumitra. They're just not being closed down enough. Subhadra once again dictating the winger to go on the run. She holds her run. Shushmita's ball into the middle. Bania wanted to go for an acrobatic finish there. Excellently done, Ripagnanjali. That was a risky pass, but it does find its way to Sumitra. Skipper Parvati. And I think you can see the gulf in class between both the sides of how comfortable one team is, knowing their gameplay, knowing their strengths, and finding the spaces at all times into the path of Subhadra. Trying to cut in onto the right. So many yellow shirts back in the box for Tata Steel. A far-fetched cross, but can it be kept in? A long, long run. It is kept in. The flag doesn't go up. Pragnanjali knocking it past one player to get the cross into the middle. There is the ambitious kick. It does go out for a goal kick. Well, Bania trying to get her second of the night after such a good finish for the first. Sunita Soren switching out wide. They need her pace and defending to defend against Nikita. Once again, that is a lovely through pass, and it must be two, but she scuffs a finish. Subhadra Sahu played through very clearly. Well, all she had to do was beat the goalkeeper and find that bottom corner. She was thinking too much, probably, had a lot of time to pick a spot, but completely miscues the hit. Well, she'll be disappointed with that effort. 9 times out of 10, she'd be scoring, burying it in the bottom corner. But this is the 10th attempt that didn't go in. I think Tata Steel have started to defend better in that back line, but it is the job of midfield now to help them back. The lesser spoken about the forward line, the better, because they are yet to see a clear service or a delivery played into their paths. Once again trying to slip in Subhadra. Jyoti under pressure. The number 3 harassed from behind by Subhadra, who is pressing aggressively. Well, she corners Jyoti, who had nowhere to go except just gently nudge it out of play. As we approach the second quarter, it has been an exciting start to life in the Odisha Women's League for Odisha Police. They have come out of the blocks, all guns blazing, had so many good chances for them, and finally found the back of the net after Banya swept it into the bottom left corner. Once again, here is Sumitra finding Banya in tons of space. The pass is blocked, but it will come back. Well cleared there. Into the middle. Here is Sumitra. Can she go for goal? She's trying to get away from a couple of players. Nikita delivers the right-footed cross. Blocked and out. Almost 8 to 9 yellow shirts in the middle. They're defending the box. But that is a lovely ball. Banya. And what a tackle that was from the goalkeeper. Well, I'd like to call it a tackle because that wasn't a save for sure. She had to get that right to not concede a penalty. And the follow-up shot from Nikita does go marginally wide. Banya, intelligent play from the midfield to find the number 13. She almost rounded the goalkeeper, but when she was beaten, all ends up Sweta Padmasahu producing a fine sticking leg to take the ball away from Banya. The kicking has to be better than that. Well, when the long goal kicks are going out, with the new provision, you can have two centre backs inside your own box and take the goal kick shot. Why not play your way out of trouble? Perhaps the strong press from Odisha Police is preventing that. All the deflections are going against them as well. Banya spinning away from two players. A rash attempt from middle. Will it even land close to the goal? Satyabati thinking she could do the spectacular. She has pulled the strings. She has controlled the tempo brilliantly in the opening 25 minutes. But that was way too rash for an attempt from 40 yards. Well, this is better. Take the goal kick shot. Ask the opposition players to come to you and break the lines. It is as simple as that. A fine touch. The striker has to come back. Rasmita there, too easy. Not coming back to help her midfielders win the ball back. And now the cross. A good sticking leg from Pragnanjali. Saves the day. Looks like everybody overran the cross, but the number 14 made sure she put something in the middle. Well, this is where the pressing has to be better. The skipper finally getting to make a tackle. Rasmita gets a rare chance to have some time with the ball, but she cannot control it. Nikita, a bit poor. Laika gives the ball away straight to the opposition, who are doing currently one thing at this moment, just clear everything that comes their way. Once again, unable to take advantage of the ball coming fortuitously to them. Barsha could only kick the ball straight to Odisha Police. The grey shirts are overwhelming the yellows. Sangamitra on that right hand side. We have seen her do some useful things for Tata Steel with the ball, but they're heavily reliant on their left wing. Perhaps they could do better by using that right hand side. Once again, Satyabati pinching the ball away as it was just about to reach Rasmita. This is a midfield proper masterclass from the defensive midfielder. Now look at that pass. How good that was. Traveling 30 yards straight to the feet of the midfielder. Well, here she is on the right hand side, cutting in. There is a chance for Subhadra, but a very good follow-up block to get the ball away. Shushmita finding herself on the right. Is that a tactical switch? Nikita switches to the left. Well, coaching in full swing. Looks like they're hungry for the second goal. They're trying to confuse the opposition and continue playing with the same intensity. Shushmita to Banya, a lovely pass around the corner. A chance to deliver. That is a grass cutter. The defense dealt with it well. Now here is where they're losing out. Tata Steel. Once they clear the lines, initially the midfielders are finding no out balls. The wingers aren't holding their width. They're always coming in. The strikers just not doing enough to ask the ball to their feet. As soon as they clear the lines, the ball is coming straight back towards the defensive third again. We have seen a couple of tactical switches from Odisha Police already, like shuffling the wingers, asking the midfield to push higher. But we are yet to see a tactical change from Tata Steel Foundation. Half an hour into the game, can they salvage something? Now look at the amount of pressure that was put on Sunita Soren, who was trying to make a way into the middle of the park. Sanju miscues the header, allowing Nikita to fetch it. Satyabati on her left foot finds yet another accurate pass. She's interested to always cut onto her left and go for goal. Well read by Jyoti. The number 3 did so well to win the ball back, but with her clearance, she can only find the opposition. They're doing bits and pieces well, but they're not able to join all those bits and pieces and make something meaningful. The header out wide, Banya will fetch it, plays it first time. It should be an easy header, and that is 2-0. That is way too simple for Subhadra Sahu, who missed a glitter chance first up. But she gets the favor back from Banya and rolls the header into the empty net. Well, you could see how simple that was. The amount of time she had. Banya picking her cross and Subhadra Sahu, all she had to do was get some connection on it. And on the half an hour mark, Odisha Police double their advantage. A good start becomes much better for them, and we are seeing a substitution. That is shocking. Well, she was having a game to remember in the tournament opener for them, but Banya is leaving the field for Sashmita Bera, the number 20. Well, did she injure herself? A rare misplaced pass from Subhadra, but of course, the expected giveaway from Tata Steel Foundation. Good footwork from Subhadra, beating 2-3 players and finding the pass to perfection. Nikita, which way will she go? Nutmegs one, but the centre back was eagle-eyed and cleared the ball as soon as he got the chance. Satyabati, always aware of her surroundings, just checked, looked over her shoulder, found some pressure was coming, was happy to utilize all the space in behind for a pass to her centre backs. And now Parvati, the superb pass into the feet of Nikita, who is running into the box. Sangamitra gets a fine tackle on her. It is from that right hand side that Odisha Police have found their joy. And as soon as Nikita goes to the left, they're starting to create from the left as well. Some calls coming from the benches of both the sides. That wasn't a goal kick. She has all the freedom to do whatever she wants. Under no pressure, Shweta has to kick better to her teammates if possible, or at least go long. But she does neither. Sumitra shows fine footwork, but the pass lets her down. Here is the skipper. Can she keep the ball for some time? A chance to break, a rare chance to break, you'd say. But this is where I'd like Tata Steel Foundation to slow down the play. Instead of always trying to go forward, why not hold the ball and just pass it to your centre backs? Just take some steam out of the opposition for a couple of minutes. Let them chase the shadows. Trying to go all guns blazing on the counter will only leave you more vulnerable. A shot from outside on target. But Shweta Sahu picks it up cleanly as the ball bounces just in front of her. The goalkeeper has to do her part. This is better. If not for accuracy, the distance has to be there. Nikita miscontrols one there, we have to say. Sangamitra towards the defense, but they will give the ball straight away to Mamta. Very impressed by the passing of the number 4 of Odisha Police, the centre back. Who would have thought she is this fluent with the ball at her feet? She has got good technique and the accuracy has been there. Very sharp passing, crisp into the feet of the players. And there she is switching play once again. She even finds Subhadra, who has Nikita on the support, but the striker trying to find a way into the middle. Once again, Satyabati's rash shot. This time hits the crossbar. The rebound from Subhadra. A lot going on. Offside flag did not go up, and Subhadra should have probably buried the rebound home, if not for a fine intervention from Shweta. Now here is a chance for Rashmita to hold up the ball, but the number 9 is crowded out from behind. Well, look at the space there. She enters the box, nutmegs past one player, the goalkeeper comes out, gets something in behind as the ball goes out for a corner. Sushmita could not believe the amount of space she had. The defensive line of Tata Steel Foundation so narrow and so high, but yet Sushmita found that pocket of space by staying on. Well, easily this should have been a 4 or 5 goal half, but Tata Steel Foundation are holding on very closely. There's the delivery from Nikita, the header. And now a shot. Fine deflection. Needed that block from Jyoti. As Satyabadi came close to finding the target, that was certainly goal bound. Perhaps Shweta had it covered. She was getting ready to make the save before Jyoti deflected it behind for a corner. So they've got the set piece threat too. Nikita with some height on this one. The goalkeeper just punches it away tamely, allowing Satyabati to get the shot, but on her weaker left foot, she hits it high and wide off the target. They go the short way. This is better. Trying to keep the ball under pressure. Just find the short passes, but that is poor. The captain Barsha giving the ball away. Now it is a foot race. Intelligent play from Shraddhanjali. She knew that the last touch was from an opposition player. She just had to screen the ball and see it go out. Pressure from Rashmita, but they won't just budge that easily. And we get to see a glimpse of Spandita Das after so many minutes, because Odisha Police could have as well played without anyone in goal. Such was their dominance. We haven't even seen her in frame. Finally, she gets some of the ball as her teammates sought her with a back pass. That would be the dream for any goalkeeper, wouldn't it? To be used as little as possible. Jyoti Dalai conceded. Well, it felt like she conceded a throw in, but she wins a throw in for her side. And Sangamitra is in no hurry to take it. Stolen away by Nikita. The number 15 on number 15. She gets the better. Well, another great tackle from Satyabati. Initially, it felt like Sasmita got away from her, but the number 18 saw where she was going, just put a foot in and pinches possession. What a commanding presence she's having in the center of that park. Well read. The centre back read her intentions perfectly. And now, yet more chaos. This is very poor from Tata Steel Foundation. They're unable to settle themselves on the ball. The ball breaks kindly for her. A chance to cross. Goes past Sasmita very easily. The cross into the middle. Two players combine to get it away, but a chance, a layoff towards the edge. Goalkeeper makes the save but spills it out for a corner. Sweta Sahu should have caught it first time. The clearances have to be better than that. It was under pressure, but Sunita Soren has to get more on it. Once again, we see the switch. Sunita into the center of the defense and Jyoti coming out. They're tweaking personnel, but it is just not working. A chance for Nikita to deliver on her left towards the edge of the block. Played hopefully, no pressure there as the defenders get their shots away. They're lining up now. Satyapati, she probably would love a goal for herself after such a commanding performance in the first half. Shraddhanjali winning the ball. Here is a lovely find. Subhadra fails to control it. And a chance for Tata Steel Foundation to get away. Rasmita now has some green grass to run. The striker got away from one player, but Sumitra with an excellent challenge, excellent recovery tackle, you have to say, from behind. Shot from distance should be comfortable. The confidence is running high in every player that has done great today. They're just happy to get the shots away from anywhere. They know they can keep it on target. And once again, there is Rasmita. To Sasmita, they're crowded out. They don't have enough support. The structure is clearly missing. They're just countering to see where it will go. But this attitude is not helping them. Nikita's pass. Beg your pardon, that was Sasmita's pass. Hitting Nikita. Now the flag does go up. Belatedly. Nikita's eyes lit up as soon as the pass was played down the flank. She thought she was in there. Sasmita Bera. Well, that was a bit surprising. The only surprise of the half, perhaps, was the 30th minute substitution of Banya, who had a goal and assist. She was in such good spirits, scored the opener with a well taken finish, and found the assist with a lovely cross. But to see her leave the field after just 30 minutes was shocking. Perhaps she was struggling with some injury, and given their lead, the coach felt it might be better to rest her and keep her fresh for the next game. Slowly making our way towards the halftime whistle. Sangamitra Malik, who has defended the left flank a bit better than the right, you have to say. Nikita hasn't had such joy after shifting to the left. Now Shashmita, the goalkeeper, comes out rashly. There is no one on the goal line. The cross begging for a finish, and that is a terrible miss from Subhadra. Well, what was Sweta thinking there? Shashmita was nowhere near to goal. She came out, got beaten. The goal was gaping, begging for a finish for Subhadra, who scored with a header, completely mistimes a jump and gets herself injured with this one. Well, it looks like she landed badly after mistiming the jump. Well, they were so close to going 3-0 down just before halftime. I think the presence of two defenders made Subhadra Sahu mistime her jump because there was no chance that she was going to miss. She could have had a first half hat trick. Remember, she was played clean through 1-on-1. She scored a header into the empty net, and again she had the chance of doing the same. A chance of so many, beg your pardon, a half of so many chances for the number 17, but she has only taken one of them. Now, for a change, we see Tata Steel Foundation win a tackle in the middle of the park. Sasmita Malik is running away from pressure. Chance to attack the wings now. Can we see one successful attack? But that is a good tackle from Odisha Police. And they can run the other way. Well held by Shushmita. But she cannot find Subhadra out wide. Shushmita now. Well, I think the idea was to find Nikita, who was making that overlapping run on the left. She goes straight there, perhaps. A bit straight. The ball didn't curve as she intended towards the left side. An intense first half from Odisha Police. The way they started, you probably would have thought they were a goal down coming into this game. But it is intent that has gotten them to a comfortable position as we enter the injury time. 2 goals, well poised, rarely troubled at the back. And they have only 2 minutes to see off as we approach the halftime. Stepping out after making the block. This is better. Defensively, we can certainly say Tata Steel Foundation have gotten better, but it is the responsibility of the midfielders and forwards to do their roles as well. Rashmita, a loose touch yet again. Rashmita playing a bit deeper now. In the center, Jyoti coming across to get the cross away. Well, she does so well there as she almost found Pragnanjali. With the ball just darting out of play before coming back in. We have seen so many rotations in that front line. Subhadra Sahu playing on the right now. And Shushmita playing as a false 9. With the number 20, Sasmita Behra taking the centre forwards role. Nikita started on the right, ends the half on the left. Such a fluid attack. The front four of Odisha Police in full swing. They will have a corner to end the half with. They would love a third goal now, wouldn't they? It will give them so much insurance going into the break, perhaps even kill the tie. A change of plans, a change of set piece taker. Nikita had 3 pops at the goal. This time it is going to be Satyabati Kadia testing her corner taking skills. The outswinger, not a lot of height, not a lot of power as well. That ends up as a disappointing cross, but she had a stellar half to begin with. And so did every other player in grey out there. What a half of football this has been for Odisha Police. You could rarely believe that it was a tournament opener for them. There are 2 goals up for the good against Tata Steel Foundation. It was Banya that opened the scoring after a dominant start. She took the layoff from Subhadra Sahu and swept it into the bottom left corner with a first time finish. And then on the half an hour mark, she played a lovely cross onto the head of Subhadra, who heads it into the empty net to make it 2-0. And surprisingly, Banya had to leave the field. Shashmita Behra came on her stead. And Odisha Police continued their strong start. Subhadra should have added two more goals to a tally, but there were some glaring misses as well. From Tata Steel Foundation, we have rarely seen them go forward. The defense was weak early on, but they grew into the game. It is responsibility of the midfield and forwards to do so in the second half. Can we expect a better response on the other side of the break? We will find out. Welcome back to the second half action. 15 minutes of break, 15 minutes of tactics perhaps to change something that was not working in their favor or to continue doing more of the same that worked in their favor for either sides. It has to be a very important team talk, especially for the team in yellow because they were well outplayed in the first half. What kind of changes will they be making? Changes in personnel or changes in tactics? We will find out soon. Well, surprisingly, the change in personnel does come from the team in a comfortable position. Sridhara Tamang getting herself ready to enter the field as a half-time substitute for Odisha Police, entering the fray for Shushmita. She has performed her duties well, started on the left flank, shifted to the right, created few openings. She crossed well, had a couple of chances, had a couple of pops at goal, you have to say as well. It didn't work out. And now, after lining up in 4-3-3 in the first half, the yellow side are in a 4-4-2. I think that is the way to go forward. Two forwards just putting some relentless pressure on the centre backs. A defensive pivot that could progress the ball. And the two wingers, Odisha Police, do get us underway in the second half. A comfortable two-goal cushion as they attack from right to left of your screen in all grey. Now Shashmita Malik with an early tackle to win the ball for a side, who attacked from left to right of your screen in yellow. Tata Steel Foundation, a huge half for them. To say, start as you mean to go. And Odisha Police have had a wonderful start. If they can carry on for the next 45 minutes, they are going to have a great tournament. A great league campaign, we should say. And on the other hand, Tata Steel Foundation need to show some aggression, some good passes. I can already say this is much better than what they have conjured in the first half. I think this is for the first time that they have held the ball for a minute or longer in the opposition half. Will win another throw in, or the call just doesn't go their way. Possession turned over, says the referee. In these situations, be bold, press the opposition longer, and errors like that will only open up. Rashmita in the box. What a rare entry this is for Tata Steel. But except entering the box, they cannot fire a pass away or get the shot away. The ball was getting away from Nikita. She thought she could get something off it, but she kicks it straight to the goalkeeper. Nikita reverting to her original right wing position. So many changes for Odisha Police. Tactically, since the first whistle, they have been sharp. Good management from the sidelines. Constantly mixing up things. And Satyabati with a smart turn fools the skipper of Tata Steel. And Barsha might be in the book. The referee letting it slide leniently. Sita Marindi. Not too many fouls in the first half. Since this is the first real foul of the game, she's just happy to just let the player off with a warning. Barsha leading the charge. Can she find a yellow shirt on the break? But she gets her pocket pinched by Sumitra. Satyavati on the ball now. Firing it into the middle. The substitute lines up a shot from distance, and that ends up in the back of the net. Sridhara Tamang, that was a hopeful effort. From 35 yards out, the ball dipped viciously in the final moments. What a strike that was. A brilliant shot. Well, the goalkeeper didn't see it coming, perhaps. The floodlights in a way. And Sweta Shahu if you're being honest, shouldn't be beaten from there. She has to get something on it. The goalkeeper responsible for the third goal there, you have to say. But credit to Sridhana, the substitute, to attempt a shot as soon as she came on from the middle of the park. And whatever team talk the Tata Steel Foundation had in the halftime, I'm sure that the first agenda would be to not concede another goal, but that has already failed inside the opening 3 minutes. So at 3-0 down, what are they going to do now? Perhaps damage limitation, or perhaps go all out. You're losing 3-0. It doesn't matter if you're losing by 4 or 5. Let's try to get some consolation out of this game. But Rasmita cannot take it past the covering defender. Shraddhanjali has her angles correct. Nikita Bishi from the left once again. Well, giving it away, but not for long. They cannot just enjoy possession. Nikita on the left, released after a 1-2. Again, Sangamitra. Cuts in, gets the ball. It goes towards the far post, and Sasmita Bera, the first half substitute, did not anticipate that. I think she was surprised by the fact that the ball came to a deflection. And Shweta Sahu reacts better this time. Satyabadi's effort flying towards the goal. Caught a leg in the middle, but luckily it didn't change in trajectory as the goalkeeper made a fine save. Once again trying to play it in behind the defense. Under pressure. Shweta takes no risks as she puts it straight out of play. Captain's cross. Goalkeeper spills it, but luckily her teammates can get the ball away. Good pressure from Rashmita to win the ball back, but she is needed in the offensive area. She cannot hold it though. Shashmita Bera trying to play a 1-2 with Sumitra, who lays it off to Satyabati. Trying to chop it towards the middle. But as expected, there are no one in those central areas for Tata Steel Foundation as an out ball, as a source of breaks. Sridhana trying to slide one through the middle. And look how easy that is for the midfield to win the ball back from Samuka that time. They played the move out with an intention of finding Nikita, but the number 15 was so wide that she couldn't even make a run inwards if she wanted to. I think that's just the muscle memory kicking in. 1-2 passes and then playing a ball in behind the defense, missing a kick there. Nikita, she go on the outside. She tries to cut in. Perhaps going out was a wiser idea. Here she reverts to that. Entering the box on her left foot. No pressure. She gets the cross away and the cutback is put high. Well, full of tenacity, the winger is causing so many troubles to Tata Steel. She tried to cut inside, but as soon as the route was blocked, she turned back, went on the outside, sent the cut back. Parvati, the skipper, found herself centrally but couldn't control the finish. Now, what a fine dash that was from Shashmita on Pragnanjali. Crossed from the right half space. Subhadra wants a bit of it, but it should be an easy clearance that under no pressure, the skipper Barsha Makud, utterly disappointed with herself. She had a lot of time to pick a spot but couldn't. And now yet again she puts the ball out of play with her head this time. Turning out to be a comfortable outing for Odisha Police, the champions of the 21-22 season. Nikita's cross must be a save. Well, I don't think you could fault the goalkeeper for much today except for the third goal, which she should have really saved. She had no chance of saving the first two. She has done a lot of routine saves and claims as well, but that one miss will certainly haunt her. Blocked by the defense. Jyoti is too slow to react, and Subhadra Sahu going through finds the finish yet again to make it 4-0. Adds one more to her tally. This is just excellent from Subhadra. Jyoti was slow to react. The number 17 didn't give up. One touch and two to get away from the defense and then kept a calm to roll it past Sweta Padma Sahu in goal. Subhadra Sahu with a brace. And let me tell you this, had she taken her chances, it could have been much more than a brace by this point for her. Well, this is fastly turning into a rout in the second half. Odisha Police held the fort for 30 minutes in the first half at least, but inside the opening 10 minutes of the second, they've already conceded two. I think it is going to be embarrassing come the full-time whistle because Odisha Police do not want to stop here. The champions from the 21-22 edition would love to add some more goals to the name today. They are over-aggressive, they are relentless. The reluctance of the coach to turn to her substitutes on the bench might cost Tata Steel Foundation because as things stand, they're clearly beaten. And once again, Subhadra is running down that wing. Sends it into the middle, but Sasmita Malik comes back to help aside. Was there a shove from behind? It is going to be a free kick for Odisha Police. Well, if there was anyone who deserves a goal today, that is going to be Satyavati Khadia. The number 18. Potentially, yes, she was not involved in goals, but she would be the number one on my player of the game contenders. Subhadra Sahu, round from a tight angle, will win a corner this time. The kind of game Satyavati has had in the middle of the pitch, winning countless possession, sweeping up the potential counterattacks, and playing those line breaking passes, dictating the tempo of the game, and then those set pieces as well. What a game she has had so far. This could get better. Can she add an assist with an outswinging corner? Puts so much into that, and it will end up as a fifth goal and a hat trick for Subhadra Sahu. A fist delivery missed by everyone, but not the number 17. She collected the pass. It took no deflection. It will go down as an assist for Satyabati. The goalkeeper was running, hoping that someone in yellow would block it. But there was no stopping Subhadra on that time. She miskicked it the first time, but fortunately it sat up well for her. And then she finished with the left. Well, is that a perfect hat-trick? The first one was a header. And then this is a left-footed finish. Just before that, she finished with her right, perhaps. A perfect hat-trick in the first game of the season. You could not write a script better than this for her, can you? And with that fifth goal conceded, Tata Steel Foundation have conceded 3 inside the 11 minutes. Nikita hungry for more. Shashmita literally playing as a centre back from midfield. Parvati to Satyabati, who adds an assist to her name now. Blocked from outside, but the second shot will go. It is a rash attempt. They will not be bothered. These 30 minutes will feel like an eternity for Tata Steel Foundation. I think they'll be happy to listen to the full-time whistle go off at 60 minutes itself, because they do not want to be on the field any longer. It has been a trashing, a proper trashing for them. The defense improved towards that end of the first half. I thought we were going to see some more resistance and a little bit of attacking thrust from them in the second. But that turned out to be an absolute false dawn after the first minute of the second half. It's all been Odisha Police once again. Sangamitra's clearance finds Rashmita. And now Shashmita Bera knocking it towards the goal. Cuts onto a left foot. Gets away from 1 and 2. Fires the shot. That is a fine block from Shashmita Malik. Has completely transitioned into a defender at this point. Satyapati's cross. Subhadra with a brilliant touch from a tight angle. The goalkeeper saves, hits the crossbar, and the rebound is turned home by the substitute Sridhara. Well, she is enjoying this cameo. A brace inside, 15 minutes for her off the bench. Sridhara Tamang. Well, again, Shweta should be doing better. Catches it, the ball goes straight through her, hits the crossbar, and Sridhara Tamang attacking the rebound, putting it into the net. Sixth goal on the stroke of the hour. Well, this is fast unraveling. We might be headed towards a cricketing score here. 15 minutes of the second half have yielded us 4 goals. Twice as many as the entirety of the first half. We've still got half an hour to go. Now Sridhara Tamang can certainly bet she will be asking her coach the permission to play forward. She's still in the midfield at the minute, but she will be eyeing a personal hat-trick for herself as well. Nikita on the outside, the second touch. Manages to keep the ball in, but the referee does notice that, string out for a goal kick. A hat-trick for Subhadra, a brace for Sridhana off the bench, and Bania opening the scoring on the night. What an eventful first hour in the league's opener for them. In a long season, each team will get to play 20 games. If Odisha Police continue today's clinical finishing and combine the defensive strength, they have a very good season in front of them. Cross towards the middle, but dealt comfortably by Shraddhanjali. I think we are yet to see a single shot from Tata Steel Foundation. Spandita Das virtually not on the field at the moment, you have to say. Sangamitra covers the angle and gets the pass back to a goalkeeper. Under pressure from Nikita. Loose stats that from Neetu Patra. The skipper lucky to get the ball after such a bad first touch, but it will not stay for long. The possession changing hands repeatedly. The wealth of experience, Jashoda Munda on the bench for Odisha Police as well, alongside Soni Bera. At some point, the coach will certainly turn to her, and the things might go from bad to worse for Odisha Police, as if it wasn't worse at the minute. For Tata Steel Foundation, beg your pardon. They are in a dark place right now. I'm sure this was not how they intended their league opener to go. On the wrong end of a 6-0 scorecard in the first game certainly tends to hurt your morale. The coach trying to cheer her players up to not let their shoulders and chins drop because it is a long tournament. Remember, for the first time, Odisha Women's League in this expanded format, we have 11 teams going for glory. Some new teams coming in, some teams from the past that haven't been here always, making a reappearance on the scene in an all new expanded format where 11 teams compete for the title of the 12th edition of the Odisha Women's League. Each team plays all the other teams twice. A double legged round robin format. 20 games, a long way to go for each side. You can't let your chins drop after one game. They need to continue going. Nikita with yet another fine touch. As soon as Jyoti commits, she goes on the outside. The cross in. Well cleared there by Sangamitra. Neetu once again with a heavy touch as the ball runs out of play. The idea was correct to gently nudge it and twist, but the execution has gone bad. A curler, but the curl on it not quite enough from Satyabati to threaten Shweta in goal. Speaking of the tournament, the 12th edition of the Odisha Women's League. What a great initiative this is from the FA Odisha and the government of the state to provide a platform for all the budding talent and to strengthen the roots of the women's football. This tournament is a pathway for so many young and upcoming players and also existing senior players to rediscover this park and find a spot in the Odisha women's team or the Indian women's national team as well. Of course, there are other perks. The champions go through to the second division of the Indian Women's League. The clubs from other states will also be watching this tournament to scout for the star players that could go on to be the superstars of the future. On the first match day tonight, what a ball that is. The defender, it looks like Pragnanjali lost track for a minute, but a better starting position helped her win the ball. Claims from everyone, but that will go the way of Odisha Police. Satyabati showcasing her agility, turns with the ball, or without the ball, you should say there, as she let the ball roll past her and then swiveled to take out her marker. Knocking it past the skipper, but a lovely recovery tackle from Parvati Kudur. Rasmita keeping the ball. Yet another chance for Tata Steel Foundation down the wing. I'm wondering whether we could see a shot, a single shot from Tata Steel Foundation to work the goalkeeper Spandita Das. A succession of throw-ins. They're making steady progress towards the box of Odisha Police. Can someone get their shot away? There is the skipper, but she gives the ball away. And Parvati. Some intelligent shot passes there. Odisha Police cannot get out. That was very rash. That was not what they expected. Sunita Soren, absolutely needless. The entire defense stepped up, hoping to get something. But the centre back kicking it straight into Spandita. Well, for a change, it is Tata Steel Foundation putting Odisha Police under pressure, but it might backfire as their opposition goes searching for the seventh of the night. Couple of spins past, but gets the pass all wrong. Another chase ensuing there. Back to Spandita. Pressure from Sanju Munda coming in. There is Satyapati doing what she does best. Collecting possession in the center of the park. The defender missing it. And Shashmita Behra with a heavy touch. The goalkeeper fails to come out, but makes a very good slide. It appeared that she started a bit late, but unconventionally, Sweta Padma Shahu going for the ball with her legs instead of her arms. Could have conceded a penalty had she gotten the connection wrong, but that was a good judgment by the goalkeeper. And has she hurt herself in the process? Well, we saw yet another clearance like that in the first half, where she leaned into the challenge with her feet out. Well, I don't think that is wise for any goalkeeper, because if you miss the connection, you're going to concede a penalty. Well, she is a goalkeeper. She is allowed to use her hands. So why not go into the challenge with her arms leading instead of the legs? The technique certainly proving to be costly. It looks like she injured herself, clutching the ankle and the hamstring. Well, if that is a hamstring, she could take part no further in the game, because a lot of hamstring injuries take some weeks to heal. Especially if you're a goalkeeper, you cannot even move around freely to make a save in the box. Looks like the injury fears have been shrugged off for a moment. The goalkeeper gives all clear. A thumbs up from her, confident thumbs up perhaps, that she could do the job for the remainder of the game in the final quarter. The referee is going to award a drop ball to Odisha Police. Straight from it. Look at the space in behind. Well, three players missing their clearances. Subhadra Sahu getting out round the goalkeeper, but she will go back to her line. Nikita cannot find a way past that deep wall, but here is a chance for a hat-trick. Slashed away from the goal line, from the 6-yard box for a corner. Sridhar Athamang fully interested in a hat-trick. Look at the desperation in Tata Steel Foundation's players. They have 7 or 8 yellow shirts guarding the box, but still they don't have the confidence that they won't concede. Nikita's in-swinging corner headed down. Rash tackle there. Half-hearted appeal for a penalty, but it will subside as Odisha Police have a throw in. Nikita once again. The skipper putting in a good tackle finally for a change. But as expected, they cannot get away from any sort of pressure. Well, that's nice to see. Barsha, couple of good tackles. And look at the battle there. Getting so physical, pulling each other's shirts. After a lot of chaos, the referee does award it to Tata Steel Foundation. Sasmita Malik urging her teammates to push forward. Perhaps she has had enough of defending the box. She started the game as a midfielder. She's completely become a centre back now. And there she is putting out a fire once again. Trying to play it out wide. There was no one on the left wing. No width whatsoever. Tata Steel Foundation. You'd obviously get no complaints from Odisha Police. This is an ideal way to start the tournament. Perhaps they'd like to be tested a bit more defensively. The goalkeeper, especially, to face a shot, to make a save at least, there was nothing she could have done. She's not even getting a bit of the action. The defense thwarted whatever half chances that came their way. The attack and midfield, ever so strong. The offside flag will stay down. Susmita peeling out wide. Has a couple of options in the middle. Will lay it to the edge of the box. A rash miss kick, but the ball will come away. And Sumitra turns it into the back of the net past Shweta Padmasahu once again. Reminiscent of the goal from Sridhara Tamang. That was absolutely savable. The goalkeeper not jumping. She miskicked it first time, but the second time she hit it high into the center of the net. For the seventh heaven for Odisha Police. What a start this has been. Sumitra Hembram adding a goal to her name to cap off a fine performance from the middle of the park. Well, they won't stop. Even if it is 10 or 11 nil, they just won't stop. Nikita once again charging down that left. She started the game brilliantly. She played so close towards the goal. I don't know what was the switch from the coach. But right now, she's playing as a proper touchline winger, not having enough opportunities to enter the box. All the goal scoring opportunities have gone to Susmita Behra and Subhadra Sahu. Nikita has been on the periphery after the fast start. Perhaps that was a tactic to pull some defenders out wide and then make overloads in the center of the park. Satyavati to the captain. A 1-2 that just didn't come off. Neetu finds Rashmita, who couldn't control that pass. Well, under pressure. But here is Rashmita. Neetu Patra. Just couldn't get there. Good control by Sumitra. Beats two players with ease. She is going forward. She has passes, but she's trying to go alone. She learned that the hard way. Had a couple of open passing options, but she didn't pick them. Wanted to go solo. I think you can see the disappointment. At 6-0, she has all the freedom in the world to do that, but in a tighter game, she should be trying to pass the ball to a teammate. To Shashmita Behra, who's free on the right-hand side. Sridhara Thamang hooks it around the corner. Shashmita getting past the fullback with ease. Subhadra in the middle. Nikita on the far side gets the cross, and Subhadra taps it home for the 8th goal. It's a poker for her, and it's so easy for Odisha Police. 8 goals. That was so simple. A pass around the corner, out wide, not enough pressure. A lovely cross into the middle. Any striker would have loved to be on the end of that. Subhadra Sahu just tapping it past Shweta Padma, who stood no chance from that sort of range. An 8-goal rout at the Kalinga Stadium in Bhubaneswar. It's raining goals. With quarter of an hour to play, including the injury time, we might see more goals, double figures perhaps. Well, before we hit the double figures, it is going to be a double substitution for Odisha Police. They're just flexing their muscle. They're just flexing their resources off the bench. Soni Behra coming onto the pitch on the right-hand side alongside Prem Shila. Poker leading the race for the golden boot already. Subhadra Sahu. What a start to the league season this is for her. Involved right away. Prem Sheila wins a throw in on the right. It is not uncommon. We have seen such score lines in world football. Southampton FC, the Premier League side, have famously conceded 9 goals twice in the Premier League. Now another cross missed. Nikita's header goal bound. Cleared off the line. Subhadra Sahu, probably her eyes lit up for a fifth goal. She's calling for the ball again. After the miss from the defender, she just miscues the volley. Well. It was begging to be put in once more after a good delivery. She just stuck a boot. Was hopeful that the finish would find the bottom corner. The ball just strolled past the net. Directly involved in 5 of the 8 goals they have scored today. 4 goals and an assist. A rare bad touch from Nikita. Rashmita couldn't control. The ball control has been an issue for them all game long. She couldn't get past the centre backs covering her. Neetu faced against the captain of Odisha Police, who puts in a crunching tackle. Here she is once again. The runner on the right wing, Rashmita drops wide. But it is going to be a goal, beg your pardon, it is going to be a throw in for Odisha Police, and more substitutions are way. Into the final 10 minutes, they will be hoping to not concede another completely blown out of the game in the second half. Tata Steel Foundation, 6 goals conceded. Well, in comparison, if you thought the first half was poor, you would have no words for the second half performance. Sridhana out wide on the right to Prem Sheila, who is running despite being under pressure. The number 4 substitute Sita defending on the left hand side. Sridhana. She's waiting for one chance perhaps to complete a hat trick after coming on as a halftime substitute. Well, missed by Satyavati, but of course it will be fetched by Odisha Police. A clever dummy from Subhadra. She thought Nikita was going to compound on it. Sashmita thought she held a run, but the referee saw it. Good eagle-eyed observation. Leaned into an offside position. She was well off there. As you'd expect, they're in no hurry to restart. They're taking all the time in the world. Probably they'd dally for 10 more minutes if it meant that the referee would blow a whistle right now. Hit with power, but it won't even cross the halfway line. A hopeful ball for Asmita. But Mamata will gather the ball. Well, we saw a lot of the centre backs passing the ball amongst themselves in the first half, but in the second half, Odisha Police have been way too direct. Here they are, hoping for one more chance. A deflection and a corner conceded. Mamata Panda and Shraddhanjali Panda, the centre backs of Odisha Police were involved a lot in the build-up in the first half. They were passing, they were short passing, and then they went long, they broke the lines. But perhaps the coach believed going direct is the best way to get more goals. We have seen less of the centre backs today and more of the wingers in the second half. That has yielded us 6 goals. Now, despite all the jumps, no one caught anything there. Sony Berra was under pressure from the defenders but thought she could get there. Going to be a goal kick. Rashmita pinched from behind. Rashmita finding Satyabati. Well, is that the first misplaced pass from Satyabati? Because I think she'd have close to 100% accuracy tonight. Into the final 5 minutes. A rare period of calm in the second half. Can Tata Steel Foundation shut the shop successfully? He might have a good 4 to 5 minutes of added time owing to the injuries and the substitutions we had in the second half. But if the referee, if the fourth official has a soft heart, it won't go beyond 2 minutes, is what I'm guessing, as we enter the final 5 minutes of the normal time. Parvati, the captain, finds Sony. That is a very good pass beyond the block. Nikita's first touch letting her down. She tried to cut on to her right foot with the first touch, but the covering defender saw it and cleared it out. I think she has slowed down. After a very bright start, Nikita Bishi has been marked out of game. Subhadra is still interested, trying to find the angle, finds Nikita instead. Skipping past challenges, cuts it back. Will get another bite at the cherry. Sony's cross. Subhadra gets the header. Just wide of the target. She is still hungry. Well, she has had probably more than 10 shots, and she could have scored 8 on her own. What a game this has been. She'd be praying that she plays against the same opposition week in, week out. Satyabati gets to the right side. The skipper's pass cannot break the defensive line. Satyabati once again. Well, what a pass that is. Sashmita is onside this time. She's going clean through on goal, but the finish is cuffed. Perhaps that was a great challenge. It wasn't Sita. Just a presence there was enough to make Sashmita scuff her lines. Very good recovery from the number 4, the substitute of Tata Steel Foundation. I think if the coach has options, she will go for rotation in the next game, because this is a very hard experience for the players to take. Of course, you can learn from your mistakes, but if the players let their morals go down, this bad season opener can have a long, deep and narrowing effect on their season. Sony keeping the ball in. Well, that was hit heavy. But the best of the passes from Sridhana. Nikita to Satyabati. Well, this time I thought the goalkeeper would come out. She comes out late. She just gets there on time. Well, despite the 4 goals from Subhadra Sahu, I am still inclined towards Satyabati being the player of the game for such a supreme commanding performance. Look at the ease with which she is creating chances from the center of the park. Passes to the left, passes to the right, beyond the defensive line, keeping it simple, taking risk when needed. That is the kind of midfielder every team needs. Nikita still alert. Sasmita cannot beat her. Nikita will win. Well, she concedes a free kick there. Perhaps caught Sangamitra. Into the final minute of the normal time. Barsha Mahakud, the captain of Tata Steel Foundation, going down. An off the ball incident, perhaps? Or she felt something. Well, she's certainly clutching her face. Looks like an off the ball incident. Well, this might just lead to addition of extra injury time. As we hit the 90-minute mark, the fourth official is still waiting to check the kind of interruption we're going to have. Well, if Tata Steel Foundation thought they'd be relieved to see the clock go past 90, they're going to find out it will be more time that they need to stay on the field and defend. Into the injury time now. The fourth official trying to let us know. A free kick for Shweta. Mamta Panda's kick will go straight to the opposition for a change. The centre back missing a target. Acrobatic touch from Sanju Munda, but she cannot keep the ball. Hits the referee, will be a drop ball. Satyapati trying to lob it out wide. Well, I think the effect of fatigue perhaps. Late in the game, misplacing a few passes here and there. Some sort of tournament record perfectly in the making. No shots from an opposition. What a successful defensive unit this is going to be at this season. They are yet to face a single shot. Will it change in the second game? Because by the looks of it, it is impossible. It is near impossible for Tata Steel Foundation to get anything away towards Pandita Das in goal for them. A late onslaught to get a consolation, but it will be for nothing as we end the second game of the tournament as the referee brings the game to a close. Odisha Police register their first victory of the season with a thumping result, 8-0 trashing of Tata Steel Foundation. Banya opened the scoring in the first half. She then set up Subhadra Sahu on the half an hour mark. If the first half performance was tame from Tata Steel Foundation, well, the second half performance was nothing short of a hiding. 6 goals added by a dominant unit. Subhadra Sahu completed a hat trick and then added one more. Sumitra Hembram was on the score sheet as well. From the bench, Sridhara Tamang was amongst the goals. That is a performance of the highest order. Forwards amongst goals, midfield keeping it ticking, and the defense rarely troubled. This is how you want to start your league season. Odisha Police will be comfortable and will end the day on top of the table courtesy of the goal difference. Tata Steel Foundation have to take a long and hard look at where they could improve. The first priority has to be at the back because they cannot keep conceding these many goals. Yes, they have failed to take a shot on target or even a single shot as well. But in the future, it will get easy if they start defending better and keep hold of the ball. Well, that brings us to the end of the day one of the action. We have more games coming your way. Young Association Koarmunda from Sindagar taking on Tarini Football Academy at 4 p.m. in the noon tomorrow, and Jagabandhu Club from Bargad taking on the Rising Student Club of Katak at 7 p.m. Live from Kalinga Stadium, do not miss any action of the Odisha Women's League. We will be back with more action your way.